Hello and welcome to my channel on the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's on the hook. Today I hope you're feeling well. I hope you're feeling inspired. I hope you're getting ready to make some beautiful new crochet items for your wardrobe, and I want to inspire you to make those and show you some ways that you can make those. Today I'm rolling out my brand new Shawl Collar Cardi, and this is an easy one to make. It's made with bulky yarn, very easy and quick to make up, so you can have it for next Sunday if you want it. And all you need is some bulky yarn. I used about 800 yards of yarn, and I would suggest you buy 1,000 yards just to be sure if you want to make it longer, or if your arms are longer than mine, or if you're wider around than a medium. This is about a medium size. So it was about 800 yards of bulky. And the yarn that I used was Premier Puzzle Shimmer, actually. This is what I used. And I had 4 skeins of this, and I used 3 and a partial of the 4th one. So they're about 250 yards on the hank, or on the ball, on the skein. And so that way I know kind of just about how much I use. And a little tip, when I'm crocheting, I use a project bag, of course. I always put everything that has to do with that particular garment in the project bag. I mean, I'm talking about the hook, the yarn bands that I finish, I put them right into there, so I'll know exactly how many I used when I was making my sweater or top or whatever it is you're making. So I use this so I can keep track of how many yards I've used in a particular project. So I had 3 empty yard bands, and then this, which I've used some out of this to finish the Shawl Collar Cardi. So there you go. I really enjoyed making this. It was super easy to make. I used an L hook. I might have used a K hook. I can't remember. Honestly, I should have put the hook in the bag and left it there, but I had to take it out for something else. So I think it was probably an L hook, because the stitches are pretty big here. If you can see, I've got a black, there we go. You can kind of see how big they are. Get up here where you can see. They're, pretty wide. It's not real heavy cardi, which is what I was going for. I didn't want to make the big bands down the front, as I talked about last week. And at the end of this video, you can go back, and I'll put a link to it if you want to see a little bit more about it. I had Crystal model it for me last week, but I'm going to model it for you today. Here I am today wearing my Shawl Collar Cardi. Love it. It is so comfortable. Mr. On the Hook really likes this too. He liked the yarn, which I was kind of surprised about, because it's a little bit stripy, but it's not extremely stripy in that the colors blend into each other fairly well. They're not just real sharp, defined colors like yellow and pink and red and all that. They're all kind of shades of red and pink. So they look really nice together. I'll show you the back. The back is kind of stripy, but it's still okay. I don't mind it a bit. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful cardi. I didn't use buttons on it. I kind of left it open in the front. And like I said last week, I probably will on my next one make it a little bit wider on the front so that they meet a little bit closer to the front. But this way is just fine. It kind of leaves it open so that you can see your tee or your shirt or your blouse underneath it. It's not made for 20-degree weather. It is for about 40 or 50-degree weather. It's quite warm, but it's not hot. It is not a hot sweater. Now this is acrylic, 98% acrylic and 2% polyester, so it's not a hot sweater at all. Let me turn around here and let you look at it from the back. That's what it looks like in the back. And there's some pictures on the pattern too. I took that you can see more detail of the collar and of the cuffs and everything. But I've really enjoyed making this, and I hope you'll enjoy it too. This is what the pattern looks like out on my Etsy shop. It's a picture of me on the front. It's the Shawl Collar Cardi, and it's a little bit long. I guess it's probably 12 pages long. It's not too bad. And it's written, as y'all know, that if you've bought my patterns before, it's written in plain English, so you don't have to worry about it being cryptic, not understanding what abbreviations I've used. Now, I have a list of abbreviations and the steps to make each stitch in this pattern, along with the directions to make it using your measurements. So it will always fit you the way you are today. It will fit you with the measurements that you take. It is not sized. So just understand that it is designed to fit you every time. So you take your measurements and you make it to your measurements. Again, there are no stitch counts in here. Now on the sleeves, I ask you to take a stitch count and then keep up with that as you mull around the sleeve. Not all the time, but just enough to make sure the sleeves are even with each other. And then you also have to use a lot of stitch markers to mark the decreases in the sleeve on one sleeve so that on the other sleeve you know exactly where they are and you can match your sleeves together. See, mine are matching, and that's because I use stitch markers to mark my sleeves. So just wanted to show you this. Also, the collar, it kind of blends in, so I wanted you to see how that's done. It's just kind of graduated into the front of the cardi right there, and so it doesn't hook on to a binding down the front. It is just added on, so it is an optional collar. You don't have to crochet the collar onto the cardi, so you can make one without the collar. There we go. You can turn it under and the collar would disappear. You wouldn't have the collar on there. You can see how it would look with the collar and without the collar. So I chose the collar, of course, because that's the way I wrote the pattern. Now, the pattern is also available on Amazon in a printed form, and this is a different one. I haven't gotten my prototype yet of the pattern, but it looks just like this with a different picture down here at the bottom and a different name, of course, but it's the pattern booklet that you can get on Amazon, and if you're a Prime member, it's free shipping to your house, so you don't have to print anything. It's already printed up. The pattern's in there, and some pages in the back for you to use to make notes about which measurements you use for your particular cardigan. So there you go. That'll be available whenever you're ready. It's available now, and the other one is available on Etsy as we speak. So yesterday I sent out an email with, it might have been 2 days ago, I sent out an email to the community with a substantial discount offer code. So if you're not in the community, be sure to join. The link is down in the description box, and you just click it. It's free, 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 always free. You don't have to pay for anything. All you'll do is receive an email when I have a new pattern upload, or if I have something new in my shop, I'll send out an email and you'll know about it. And it's just kind of a notification of what's going on on the Hook Crochet. I want to take a time out to thank Eileen for this beautiful card and for her little present that she put inside of it. And this is Eileen from Missouri, and you know who you are. Thank you for the beautiful sentiment inside. And also inside I found a treasure here. This is a bookmark that I'm assuming Eileen made, but maybe she bought it. I don't know, but I assume she made it out of this tiny little yarn. It's not yarn, it's thread. I'm sure it's probably number 10 or 3 or something like that. Aunt Lydia's. And I used to use this quite often, and I do remember all those cute little stitches in there, but she's added these little things that hang outside the book, and they kind of keep your bookmark in place. So Eileen, this is absolutely beautiful. I will use it because I do a lot of reading, so I'm going to put this in my current book that I'm reading, and I will enjoy using that. So thank you, Eileen. I have a brand new sweater that one of my subscribers actually noted in the background. It used to be hanging right there, and I finished the sweater last week, but I was still writing this pattern. So I'm starting now to write the pattern for my HEXI CARDI, and here's what the front of it will look like. I have a picture of the front of the pattern, but I have not finished it by any stretch. I have 6 or 8 pages of notes that I took while I was making this particular sweater, and I wanted to show you a little bit about it. So Crystal's going to model that for us right now. Well, this is the week of cardis, and I wanted Crystal to model this. This turned out so pretty. Now, I did make this with a knit crate yarn that I received a couple of years ago, and it's just been sitting in my stash. It's the URU yarn by Knit Crate, and the type of yarn was electric, and the colorway is Rave, R-A-V-E. And I know one of my other subscribers was making something out of this as well, and I bought enough to make a lot of stuff with, and so I had enough to make this cardigan, and this is what we call a hexagon cardigan. And if you haven't seen these, you will be surprised at how easy they are to make. And what you do is you make a couple of hexagons, and they start right here under the arm, if you can see that. Let me just tell you a little history. I have seen these all over the internet, and there are lots of free crochet tutorials out there that show you how to make one, but they're all made in this stripy kind of, I don't love the stripy look where you start with, you know, a stripy yarn and it makes stripes here, and then it goes, the stripes are, you know, in a hexagon shape, and to me they're just not what I would want to wear. That's all. They're fun and all to make, but I don't think I'd wear one. So I took the yarn that I had in my stash, and it's a beautiful yarn. It's a kind of a fluorescent blue with black wound around it, so it really toned down that blue, but it makes the blue just pop on this sweater. I just really love it. And so I wrote the pattern, I'm writing the pattern for the hexagon start, but after that you add on to your sweater to make it fit you, and I'll have very good instructions in there on how to make it fit you. To make it fit me, I added some rows at the bottom, and you can't even tell on here, but when you use that stripy yarn, you can see the rows at the bottom, and I just don't like that look. I like it to blend in a little bit. So I would suggest that you buy, if you want to make one like this, to buy a solid color yarn or maybe a heather yarn, a beautiful yarn, but it doesn't have to be a stripy yarn. It doesn't have to be a stripy yarn. Again, that's my taste. You might want to make one like that. I don't know. But I'll have a good pattern for you to use so you can make it fit you the first time around. Now, I've added some things to this cardi that I want you to see. I've added a very large ribbed, this is a ribbed edging on the front. As you can see, let me get that up there where you can see it. It's ribbed, and it's in a worsted weight yarn. This is a worsted weight yarn. This knit crate yarn is worsted weight. One reason I bought it, because I wanted to make something that wouldn't take me 2 years to make in a fingering yarn or something, but I do like this worsted weight yarn. It's a good worsted weight. It's not tiny. It's a substantial worsted weight yarn. That's a number 4 for those of you who don't know. And it's also made from alpaca wool, so it's really beautiful. It crochets up real nice, and it's a warm sweater as well. Now, you actually sew the 2 hexagons together, and I did that at the shoulder here and in kind of an invisible seam, but you can kind of see it if you look real close. I did that, and then I added a rib cuff on the bottom to match the front edging, and this design element here matches the sleeve ribbing right there. See? Okay. Very nice. And you take one color out of maybe your multicolor yarn or a solid color or the same color, and then use that for your edging. It goes around the neck and down the front. It does. I did not put it around the bottom. I just did it like that at the front of the sweater. Let's see if you can see that. There we go. So there's the front. Now the back has a special design element on it. I added some granny squares to the back of this, and so I used this to expand the sweater. Now, in a standard hexagon sweater, you would add rows here to expand the hexagons to make the sweater fit you. So I added granny squares here, and then if you need more width, you can add more rows of black is what I would suggest. But they don't go all the way to the bottom. I added some rows down here to lengthen the cardigan under the granny squares, instead of adding another granny square there, because I didn't need that much width. I didn't need that much length to stretch out the sweater. I just needed a little bit, maybe 3 rows here. 1, 2, 3 rows of the granny stitch. And so I didn't add another granny square. I only added 4, but you can certainly add 5 if you want to the back of the sweater. But I think that really makes it pop. And that's a beautiful design element when you turn around. There are those beautiful granny squares in the middle. And all I did was take the main color here and just edge it with the same black that I used to go around the neck, down the front, and on the sleeve cuffs. So I just wanted to show you why I did that, because it does add. Look how beautiful that is when you roll her around there. She's so pretty. And I really like the way this turned out. One of my favorite patterns, but there are a lot of steps to it, but when you get through with it, you'll be really excited to have one of these really super nice hexagon sweaters. Now again, you can make this out of a stripy if you want to. The sleeves are part of the hexagon, but they stop And I've designed the sleeves so that they're not so bulky. Some of the Hexagon cardigans I've seen have these huge sleeves at the bottom, and then they cinch them up right at the end, and that's okay to do. But I wanted to make it more gradual, so I did more of a gradual sleeve on this one so that it's not so voluminous at the bottom. It does have plenty of width, and we did bring it down, but it wasn't just, it was a gradual decrease here. It wasn't just an all of a sudden one row decrease, and then you have this cuff, this little tiny thing at the bottom of this huge sleeve. Now you can do that, and some people do, and it looks fine, but for me, I really I prefer something a little more gradual at the bottom of the sleeves so it doesn't look so stark at the bottom. I really like more of a graduated sleeve, just like this one. This is a graduated sleeve as well. See, it's really not huge at the back. Although this one will turn out that way if you do the hexagon and you're more than a medium size, you're going to have some very large sleeves. So I've written the pattern so that you can graduate those down into a smaller sleeve before you add the ribbing at the bottom. And it just gives the sweater a little bit more of a classy look than just huge sleeve and then a tiny little rib at the bottom. I'm not a big fan of that. So here is the HEXI CARDI, and I hope you like it. I should have the pattern out soon. I'm working on it every day, but I have so many notes. Like I said, a lot of pages of notes, and I've been going back to make sure that I wrote the pattern so that you can understand it. It's not a tutorial. It's not going to be a tutorial. This is a pattern that you actually read and do what I say in there, and it'll turn out really beautiful. So you might want to be looking for some yarn if you want to make this before summer. You can make it out of something lightweight too and have it for spring and summer if you want. You can wear it all the way through the summer if you use the right colors and the right weight of wool. Not wool, but acrylic if you want to make it out of acrylic. I have another idea for another Granny Square cardigan that it's going to be really pretty. So I'm going to be starting to work on that as soon as the yarn gets here from Premier. So that's where I ordered it from. I ordered the anti-pilling worsted size yarn that I'm using to make the Annie's Afghans with. There's one right there. I used the anti-pilling Premier worsted yarn for that, and it is so beautiful. It turns out so nice, and they have a lot of colors. They have a huge array of colors that you can choose from. So Premier had a sale a few days ago, and I went right out there and got the yarn for my next cardigan, so be looking for that. But this will be out soon, and I'll send out an email to the community when it's ready. So be sure you join. If you're not already a member of the community, be sure to join up down in the description box at the link there. I showed you this a couple of videos ago. This is the Respun 100% recycled polyester by Lion Brand. It's sustainable stitching. I thought I would give it a try, and I did. I'm using these two colors. It's Sahara and Amber. Amber is this one right here. That's Amber. This is Sahara. It's a beautiful color. It's almost yellow. It is kind of a yellow color. I was thinking it was cream, but it wasn't. It's more of a yellow color. When I get it into the light, I can see that it's more of a yellow color. So I have finished this all but putting it together, and this is total Granny Square right here. If you're into Granny Squares, you might want to try this. This is the front of the sweater. And I'll try to get this up there where it doesn't clash with what I have on, but I'm having a hard time. There we go. It's going to have a round neck. This is just squared off with Granny Squares, but I'm going to have a round neck in it. I have connected the squares with a lace stitch. It's not hard to do. I've done it so much now that I'm a pro at it. You have to do it a few times, but it's going to have short sleeves, but I will put an edging on the edge of the sleeves, an edging around the top, and an edging around the bottom. I'll stand up just for a second and let you see this. This is what it looks like in the front. I know it's kind of wild. It's wild and woolly, but that's okay. It came out the right length. It was just fine. And then the back is just one big square of Granny Squares, and it's going to be very simple to make, but I will put a pattern out for this. I don't even know what I'm going to call it yet. I was calling it Tangerine and Cream, but that's not, those really aren't the colors. This is more of a Amber and Sahara, so I don't know. I might make a name out of it some way like that, but I just wanted you to see this. It is an unusual combination of colors, but it's just colors. The Granny Squares are all just a standard, and then I have moved the colors around a little bit to give it some variation on the front. You could certainly do one square, the same square, all over the front and back if you wanted to. You could do that, or add colors to it. You don't have to just do it in 2 colors, but I just thought 2 colors might be nice to design a sweater that you can wear in the spring or summer, and you can wear it with a little top under it, or you can wear it with a tank top with a long sleeve tee, or you can wear it probably without anything under it, without an undergarment, because you really can't see through it. I've looked, you really can't see through that, but anyway, this will be coming out before too long. Again, I made it with the Lion Brand polyester respun yarn. I used more yellow, of course, because I did all the connecting with the yellow, and I kind of used it up, because after you do all that, you run out. I only bought 1 skein of each of these, and I think I'm going to do the edging with the amber color, and that way I will have done the whole sweater with 2 skeins of yarn. So just so you'll know. I have a quick update about my diamond painting, and here it is right now. For a quick look at my St. Andrew diamond painting, here he is, and I have completed the bottom row right here, and I'm now working up here, so I am all the way to this point right here, actually working on his hand right there. So this is as far as I've gotten, but I've just put him here, so just started working on him. And I haven't done a whole lot on him yet. When I get to the halfway point, I'm usually pretty excited. But right now, I'm still on the bottom row, and then one up, maybe a square or 2 over here. And that's where I am on St. Andrew. And, you know, Romeo and Juliet are at the Framers. So that's where they are. And I should be picking them up in a few days. And I'll give you a look at that as soon as I pick those up. Now let's talk about giveaways. We have quite a few giveaways from last week. I had a couple of people who didn't claim their prize. The Cruel Embroidery person didn't claim their prize. The ice yarn, which was the eyelash yarn, the ice yarn, eyelash yarn, was not claimed. And this, which was 2 weeks ago or 2 videos ago, was not claimed. So we're gonna give this away today. All right, first of all, we want to talk about this. This is so pretty. This is Lion Brand Hometown yarn in a pink color, and I think the keyword was pink. So you have 3 skeins of that will go to gift winner number 1. And now we have the ice, which is this one. This is 4 skeins of ice bulky yarn. Very, very nice. And then we have the buttercream. There are 5 skeins of this. This is so pretty. This is also a bulky yarn, and you should be able to make a shawl collar cardi out of this. This is rust blue. I'm trying to find how many yards. 110 yards out of that. I'm not sure you can get one of these out of that, unless you made it maybe without the collar and a little bit shorter. You could get it out of this. But anyway, this is the buttercream yarn, and really pretty. It's an angel hair. Very, very beautiful. There are 5 skeins of that. And then the Patton's Peak yarn, which is this yarn, so pretty, has all kinds of different colors in it, and that will go to winner number 5. And then I have the crochet calendar from Annie's, and this is really super nice. Love it. Love the patterns in here. In fact, my favorite one is this purse right here. I just love that, and if I had time, I would make it. I did make one of these little doily things out of this. I made one of these. It's a little motif is all it is, but I made one, and let me get that for you. I tried one of these with this yarn. This is 24/7, and this is what it looks like. It's kind of cute, and you put 5 of these around a flower pot and connect them. It's really cute. Anyway, that's one of the patterns on here. That's this one right up there. And there are a lot of other cute patterns in here, amigurumi, and some table runners and things like that. Over here, there's an Afghan right there. There's another one right there, a throw. So there are a lot of pretty patterns in here, and I've really enjoyed looking at this, but I want to give this away before it gets too old. Maybe you can use it actually as a calendar. Most of the time I don't use these as a calendar. I will use these for the patterns in here. Look at that. I just love that. That is so pretty. I don't have the time for that just right now, so I'm going to give that up. But here's a picture of the little flower pot. That's so cute. It's a flower pot holder, but it's very, very cute. So that's in the crochet calendar, and the keyword for that was 2024. 2024. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these gifts this week. Okay, here we are looking at the computer, and we're going to choose some gifts today. This is the YouTube random comment picker, and I've already entered in the address for the video on this particular screen here, and the word pink. So this is for the pink hometown yarn, and I've turned it on. I turned on the wheel, so it's going to pick somebody here. And let's go down here and see who it picked. Chris D, Krissd. You are the winner of the pink hometown Lion brand yarn. So congratulations. Now let's go back up here, and we're going to select the word, the second word, which is ice, and that's for the ice yarn. I-C-E. Hard for me to find that on my computer here. So let's go down here and select the winner of the ice yarn, and this is it right here. Oh, here it comes. Get my camera on there. And the winner is Sandra Swinson 6835. Sandra Swinson 6835. You're the winner of the ice yarn. Congratulations, Sandra. And let's go back up here, and we're going to choose a different word. And this word is butter. And this is for the buttercream. B-U-T-T-E-R. See if that's right. There it is, butter, the buttercream yarn. And let's get the comments. And so we'll go down here and select the winner for the buttercream yarn. This is the 5 skeins of buttercream yarn. Beautiful, beautiful colors. I love the colors in that. All right, here's the winner. Scroll down here. Susan.M. Susan.M, you are the winner of the buttercream yarn. So y'all be sure to send me an email so you can claim your prize. All right, let's go up here, and we're going to use the word pattern for the pattern yarn, P-A-T-O-N. The pattern yarn is right there. Scroll down here, get the comments. All right, then we're going to come down here and select the winner. So the winner of the pattern yarn is, here it goes, round and round. Okay, selected a winner. J.R. Burgess, J.R. Burgess, B-U-R-G-E-S-S. J.R. Burgess, you are the winner of the pattern yarn. So congratulations. Congratulations. Let's go up here and change this another time. And let's put 2024, which is the keyword for the calendar. So let's get the number of comments. And let's go down here and pick the winner for the Annie's 2024 crochet calendar. And the winner is, as soon as they select the winner, they throw confetti up. There it is. All right, it's Ethel Weaver 8263. Ethel Weaver 8263. You have won the crochet calendar for 2024. Congratulations to all our winners. Congratulations to everyone. I hope you enjoy those gifts, and I will get those out to you. Just please sure to send me an email to Jeannie at On The Hook Crochet. That's Jeanne, Jeannie at onthehookcrochet.com, and use the word winner in your subject line so I can easily see that when you send those in to me. And those of you who didn't claim your gifts from last week, be sure to do that, because over time we're just going to let other people try for those as well. So let's look at what we're going to give away for next week. First of all, we are giving away 3 pretty good sized skeins of Red Heart with Love. This is pretty. I love this color. I love this color. It's a size 4 yarn, and let me see, it's called Fruit Punch, which is descriptive of the colors in there. See the colors in there? Fruit Punch. Very pretty. And I'm looking to see how many yards are on this ball. They are, 180 yards on each skein. So that's quite a bit. 180 yards of size 4 yarn. Red Heart with Love. There we go, Red Heart with Love. And the keyword here is love, L-O-V-E. So if you want those, use the word love in your comment and you'll be in the running for those next week. Now I have another set of Frenzy yarn, which I gave away last week. So beautiful. This is a different colorway, but it is beautiful. And there it is right here. Look at that. I just think that's beautiful. I just don't have time to use it. This is 70% acrylic, 30% wool. So if you're allergic to wool, you might probably won't want to sign up for this. This is Frenzy Classic Shades, and the shade here is Harbor Lights. Harbor Lights. It's so beautiful. And I think it's a bulky. Let me check. This is a bulky size yarn. And there are 3 skeins of this to be given away. I'm giving away 3 skeins of that. It's very beautiful. And the keyword there is, again, Frenzy. F-R-E-N-Z-Y. Let me show you how that looks. F-R-E-N-Z-Y. Frenzy is the keyword there. This is a Frogger finish. This is craziness that I bought all this yarn, but whoever wants this can certainly have it. This is, I started a sweater with this, and this is called Let's Get Cozy Chenille Appeal by Lion Brand. It's in a very neutral color. Let me show you that yarn right up close. It is quite beautiful, but frankly, I don't have time to finish this. And I didn't have an idea about what kind of sweater I wanted. I was just starting to crochet. And so this is a Frogger finish. And you will have 7 skeins of this. And each one is 100% polyester, 284 yards of a size 4. And that's what it looks like in person right there. That's what it looks like. It's chenille. It is the softest yarn you can imagine. I just will not have time to finish this, and I didn't want to leave it until next fall or whatever. I'm just going to give all of this yarn away. There's quite a few there. What did I say? 7 skeins or something ridiculous. So that will go to winner number 3 for next week. And the keyword there is chenille. Now, I don't want it to be difficult for y'all to write, but it's in the colorway Stucco, but chenille is the word I want you to put in there. C-H-E-N-I-L-L-E. C-H-E-N-I-L-L-E. Chenille. And it's the Let's Get Cozy at Lion Brand. They haven't had it out very long, I don't think. And it's really, really soft. But again, I don't have time to do that. I just hate to let it sit around. So sign up for that, and you may win it. That's a lot of chenille. You can make all kinds of things. And the baby sweater is what came to my mind. Sign up for that, and you'll be in the running for those gifts next week. It's time to go, and so I hope you enjoyed my video today. Please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. A lot of people are watching, but they're not subscribing. So please subscribe, and you'll get a notification when I send out another video. So please do that. And be sure to sign up for the community so you can get those emails. I don't send very many out, only when I have to have something to say. I wanted to show you something that I have in my shop, and besides all my patterns, I have a huge number of patterns in there, something for everybody, but I just wanted to show you what Mr. On the Hook has created for me. I think I mentioned it last week, but it came in the mail, and this is my On the Hook crochet mug. So beautiful. He designed it. Well, he had it designed, the artwork designed, and then he added my logo on there. He took the lines out of it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Let me get that up there where you can see it. I've been drinking my coffee out of this. It's got logo on both sides. There we go. The design goes all the way around, so you can see those flowers when you're drinking your coffee. And you can also use it for a cup holder. So that's another thing. You put it on your desk or by your chair and use it for a cup holder and look at it all the time. But I just think that is beautiful. It's also pink inside. Very pretty pink, and the handle is a C handle. Easy to use. You can get all 4 fingers in there pretty much, and it's easy to grab. So I really like it. I think he's done a really nice job with this, and it's out on my Etsy shop now. If you're interested in one, you can go out there and take a look at it. There's several pictures of it so you can see it. And I've also got a mug out there that is just my logo on it on the front and the back. Is it's out there as well, so you'll see that out there. And some more things to come. Just wanted you to know I have some logo merchandise out there if you're interested in supporting my channel by purchasing 1 or 2 or 3 of those things. Well, that'd be great. And also my patterns are out there. Don't forget, my new Shawl Collar Cardi is out there, so take a look at that if you want to. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And a week and a weekend. I guess I'll be back next week. I'll see you, and so join me then to find out what's on the hook.